with Devin Coley out of Boston. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Tired, but it's been a fun weekend.
Yes, very tired.
How has this convention been for you so far?
Great. I thought it was a really good show. I thought it had a great turnout. So yeah, I'm really stoked to be here, and super thank you to all the people that helped put it on and all that. So
For their first year, everyone has been really happy with the result and very surprised with the busy too.
Tattooers just want people to be here, you know. And the problem is there's so many shows now that it is getting thinner, you know, the crowds, because I think people used to drive 3-4 hours to go to a show, and now it's not really that. They're like, oh well, a show will be in my backyard in a month, you know. So to get this turnout, I don't think anybody could be, you know, unhappy. Exactly.
No, I agree with you. I feel like it's there's not as much specialty with conventions anymore because there's so many. You'll definitely have special guest surprise, artists or seminars, but they are a lot more common.
Exactly.
Which is a good and bad thing for things like that.
Of course. And just like anything, like once something gets big, there's going to be a lot more. It happens with everything, you know.
We need more places for everybody to get tattooed.
Yeah, like computers used to be super special in your house. Now everyone's
Carry 'em.
you have it in your pocket. So it's progression.
So compared to traveling and doing a convention, what is your daily life, your daily shop life? How do you go about your regular days?
So I like to sleep in. So I normally wake up around 11 or 12. I get to work around 1. My shift's 2 to 10. So pretty much I start at 1. I'll get out around 10:30, get back to my house by 11. So that's like tattooing 7-8 hours that day. And then I'll get home. I try to eat something real quick, a beer, and then I normally draw for the next day until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then on days off, I try to get at least 6 hours of drawing in every day off.
That's awesome though, because you're only going to get better as you do that too.
Oh, of course. And I feel like you have your tattoo hand and your drawing hand, and I feel like they go up and down. So like in the beginning, tattoo was real down here, but my drawing was better than my tattooing, even though my drawing sucked. But like it was, and then it starts going up, and then I learned the techniques and I learned the fundamentals, but then my tattooing was here and my drawing was not.
Not having the time to work with it, of course, it's going to become almost not as natural as it would be if you were doing it
Every day, exactly. And then it becomes like exercise. Like the people, I don't exercise, but like the people that exercise all the time, it becomes almost like a drug. Like you have to do it. And that's how drawings become. So it's not like work anymore. I have to do it, or I don't feel good, you know? So
I feel like being a tattoo artist or being an artist, it's not just an extracurricular activity, it's the way you live. Like
100%. Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for tattooing. So like
it's an amazing career, lifestyle, all of it is amazing.
Yeah, and the challenge, that's what gets me up every morning, you know? It's so hard, and every day is a new challenge. Every skin's different. Every piece is a little different, and no matter how comfortable you get, you're always going to get an oh shit moment at different times, and that's exciting, you know?
You never know what to expect, but you're also always learning, and I feel like that's what keeps it so interesting and keeps us active with that, you know?
Especially when you have the talent that's out now. I mean, if that doesn't push you, then I don't know what you need, you know? Like scroll through Instagram and see what'll happen, and like, you know.
It's very humbling at times.
Exactly. And I think I just try to always focus on using that as motivation instead of getting, like, you should get down on yourself a little bit, but not actually get down. Just be critical, but don't get down because of the people crushing it. Just be like, hey, I can do that, you know? I just have to put that much more effort into it, you know?
I think you only get, results out of how much effort you put in, but
Yeah, exactly.
thank you so much though.
No
It was great
worries.
meeting you.
It was awesome
and I
meeting
hope
you as
had
well.
a great time here and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Definitely. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. Hi, guys. My name's Evan Olin. I'm here with Shane Baker at the New England Tattoo Expo. And I'd like to ask him a few questions. Shane and I hang out, but what are your impressions so far of the show?
I kind of wish I worked it. It seems like it's a good, busy show, and it's only like a half hour for me because I work in New Haven. So, like, I missed out, maybe.
Speaking of somebody who worked it, it's been rad, man. I'm super impressed with the show so far. So you said that you work in New Haven, obviously. You work at Hope Gallery. Can you talk a little bit about working there and the guys that you work with?
I love Hope Gallery, man. It's kind of been a thing for me since before I was actually tattooing. I tried to get an apprenticeship there back in the day, and they liked my portfolio, but kind of were like, we don't really do that. If you want to come hang out and watch us work and like ask questions, you can do that. And I didn't really understand what that meant, so like I just never came back. So 10 years later, 11 years later, I end up working there as a full-time artist, and it's awesome. I work with Joe Capobianco, who's like a fucking new school magician from the beginning, and Christian Perez, who's been one of my idols and mentors since I got into the game. And then everybody else there. Phil Young is awesome. Eric Merrill is fucking amazing. Timmy Harris is awesome. We got a new guy, Adam, also really good. It's just a blast working with all those dudes all the time. I do miss my people at Powerline.
Shout out.
And I used to work at Night Owl, and I miss those guys too, man. Like the social aspect is a bummer. Every time I move to a new shop, I miss the people I used to be with. So there's fun to be had going and doing guest spots, and I definitely want to do a few of those in the near future.
For sure, man. Yeah, travel's a big part of it. Absolutely. So I know, speaking about like the shop that you work at, and you've hopped around to a few different shops, and talking about Joe and him being a new school icon. I know that's sort of a style that you've gravitated towards. Can you talk a little bit about the style, the kind of work that you do, and what you're attracted to as far as your tattoos?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't really know that I meant to do new school when I started doing it. Like when I worked with you, I was kind of doing a little bit of everything, and I still do. But sure. I started to do a lot more of like the illustrative stuff with a little bit of a comic bent, and then kind of moved more towards new school as I wanted to just improve on that and push my limits. And then going to Night Owl, obviously, like really pushed that. Like
For sure.
Timmy helped me a lot with my my contrast and stuff like that. And then like just working with him, Lindsay and Sam and Kelly for a while, they all helped with drawing and then my line work and everything's honestly, it's just been an improvement on improvement. And then going to work with Joe, watching the way he does things, it's a more simple approach than what they were doing.
Yeah.
But seeing his healed work and the way it fucking stands up 15, 20 years later,
Yeah.
it's amazing. So like, I think I might try to simplify my approach while still doing work that looks like my work.
For sure.
If that's possible.
It's an
Like
evolution.
somehow, yeah, I need to start mixing that into the whole thing.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, that's my favorite thing to do, honestly, like especially creatures. Shout out to Crystal from Powerline, who I just got a healed pic of her creature. One of my favorite ones I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit, man. That's what I want to do all day. So if anybody wants that, come see me.
This is your guy right here. Cool, man. So I think that'll about do it. Anything else you want to plug? Anything coming up?
I don't have much. I'm doing a few shows. I think I'm doing Tattoo the Lou. I think I'm trying to do Hell City in Ohio. I'm definitely doing Hell City in Phoenix, Tahoe later in the year, and Evian if we have any international viewers. Outside of that, come see me at Hope or on one of my guest spots to Powerline or Night Owl or Oxbow.
Hell yeah, busy man. Awesome shows too. Cool, man. Great talking to you. Thanks.
We're here with Dani Ryan out of 1001 Troubles Tattoo Shop. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. It's been a long weekend.
Yes. How was it for your first time? Oh, I'm sorry, this first convention here at this casino. How did you enjoy your time here?
I had a blast. It was absolutely amazing. They were very organized, very clean.
That's important, yes.
I think it helps though, because Teft and Tommy, they've been around.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I didn't want to shove it in her face. Sorry.
You can shove it right in my face. So yeah, so you know what I mean. They know what they're doing. So they set it up real nice.
Awesome. So I want to ask you a little bit about Ink Master and how that's affected your career so far.
It has, well, a lot. Because
imagine.
yeah, oh my God, nobody knew who I was before Ink Master. You know what I mean? So it blew up at an extreme amount.
That's awesome. Though.
Yes, it is really cool. So I'm definitely a lot busier and traveling a lot more than I ever would have imagined.
Are you traveling? Like, did you do conventions before that at all? Or?
I did, but maybe like 1 or 2 a year.
Oh, okay.
And they were just close by. You know what I mean? But now I'm flying to Europe
That's
and
amazing.
doing all these crazy things. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
Was it overnight, would you say, or was it like as a gradual increase, the notice of how much you got, more business and traveling? Was it like,
I think it was a slow increase. Maybe like it took like a half a year for it to just build and build and build as the episodes came out. And the further I got along, more people were like, oh, okay.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They started following. And then the more conventions you go to, the more people you meet in person, which is always really good.
Make friends.
Yes, exactly. It's good to meet people one-on-one, you know what I mean? They can kind of get a vibe of who you are.
Well, it's nice. It's actually make friends, you know, and you can share your experiences and have a good time together. Also, can you tell me a little bit the Celtic Ink Tour, what that is and what you're doing with that?
Yes, that is in July. It is basically a tour of Ireland with myself, James Vaughn, and Laura Marie. You can get tattooed by us, and most of it's just the traveling. I mean, we get to do whiskey blending. We get to go see the Winterfell Castle, like where they filmed like Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's
Big fan.
but there's more. There's so much more stuff. Yeah. If you go to travel.genly.com, you can go to that website, and it shows you all the information you need to know about getting tickets and all that jazz.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great time, so I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Jess Brown from Salem, Massachusetts, from the Helheim Gallery and Ninth Realm Gallery, and I'm here to interview Andy Large of Powerline. Hi, Andy. How was your weekend?
Weekend is really good.
Yeah. I saw the tattoo you did. It's actually right over there, and it's staring at me, and it's beautiful.
Oh, there it is.
It's that one. Yeah. Hey, that's gorgeous. Did you do all that today, man?
I did this lower part yesterday all day, and this backside, and then I did the top part of the head and most of the background today. So I did probably, the bulk of it yesterday, and then just kind of this top section today. So
Awesome. So like 2 days at a convention. That's really impressive. That's beautiful. What do you think of the show here?
I love the show. I think it's awesome. I think it's a rad turnout. Definitely, I think you never know coming to like a show that's done the first time, if it's going to be busy, if it's, going to have a lot of turnout, or the artist quality is going to be good. And I'm super stoked on it. I think everyone that came was just saying really great stuff about it. And yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be here, and I'm psyched to come back.
Cool. Did you remember to stay hydrated this weekend?
I went swimming. Does that count?
Yes, it does. Awesome. On a lighter note, have you had any good potato chips lately that you'd like to mention?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I've had some Pringles recently. They were as Pringles as they normally are, but they were really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
Nice. Sometimes I think chips can help you stay hydrated. That's great. So anyways,
I've always felt the exact opposite, but that's okay.
Okay. Maybe I'm just a bit more dry
Yeah.
myself, you know.
I just have salty chips.
Yeah. Maybe I'm salty. Maybe I'm chips.
That's impossible.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So how do you like working at Powerline?
I love it. It's awesome. I get to work with Evan and all the great artists over there. Super motivating. Everyone in there is doing so many different kinds of tattoos. You got people who are drawing, people who are photoshopping, and I think when you're part of a group that's really proactive together and really motivated, it just helps you keep that much more motivated and that much more hungry to do more shows and to do better work. And yeah, I'm super fortunate. I love working there. I love working with Evan. He's my best buddy, and we get to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. And
What's your favorite Arnold movie?
probably Predator. Didn't take me long to think about that.
No, that's cool. I think that was the right answer.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Total Recall probably close second. Right? I got thumbs up. Yeah.
I was gonna go with Total Recall for my first. I also really like Running Man and Eraser.
Oh,
What about
man.
Eraser?
I love Eraser. I
Right?
love
What do
it.
you-
It's 90s. It's amazing. It's great. True Lies, yeah. Throw that on here and there,
That was filmed in your home state.
Was it?
Some of it, yeah, at the Newport Mansions. I went on
very
a tour. It was cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Love Running Man.
Fuck yeah.
Love Commando too. Just gonna throw that out there. Plug Commando. Plug a movie from 30 years ago.
Everyone should check out Commando if you haven't.
That's the guy from Commando right there.
Hey.
There he is.
Yeah. Hey.
Right?
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from Commando and the Warrior. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So, Andy, is there anything that you are looking to tattoo that, like, what would be your perfect email from a potential client?
I think like a lot of tattooers, someone that's super open-minded, someone that's familiar with your work, and kind of feels the vibe already. But I guess the answer to the question better, perfect email. Someone wants something, realism, maybe something that's something I can shoot my own reference for. So maybe flowers or something that's kind of an unusual concept.
Like from Predator?
Just like that. I think something with some neon blood and a helicopter. But yeah, I mean, even today's tattoo is, something that, it's how to describe what that is, what you want, what that's going to look like. And it was kind of a concept she kind of had, and I kind of helped massage her through to make it into something tattooable. And so, yeah, I think sometimes you sift through that stuff, that shit a little bit to try to find the gold,
Find that happy compromise to make something really neat.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm kind of stoked to do that. It doesn't always have to be the perfect email. I feel like it's a perfect email, and like I'll make a tattoo, and then sometimes I'll make something that I thought like I wasn't gonna get super stoked on. It's like, oh man, that's like the best thing I did in a while or something,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. What is the next show you're going to be working? Where are we going to see you?
Definitely Tattoo the Lou. That's definitely for sure. Definitely trying to think, squeeze one more or two in before the year's over. Possibly Hell City. Definitely Boston. Me and the whole Powerline crew will be at Boston. I know Ninth Realm. Also.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be making a big ruckus all together. That'd be great.
Would you like to throw any rocks into any bodies of water?
I mean, anytime I go to a show, I throw rocks into bodies of water. That's a given,
It's important to solidify your experience to throw a rock in any kind of standing body of water, if you can.
I mean, I think you take that with you in life no matter where you go.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good philosophy.
I think so.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.